It is week 5. Yes! Already crazy. Yes. So, I already went over my recap. The Bears won, so I'm in a much better mood compared to week 3. Going into week 4, I'm more optimistic. Will I probably be wrong? Raiders are a way better different team than the Lions, so I probably will be, but seeing that team actually do good gives me a little hope that we can actually beat the Raiders. But we're not going to start off that. We're going to start with Thursday night. Um, I want to just watch my week 4 recap before you watch this. I'm also planning on doing a video about the Chicago Sky. They're going to the finals. Probably by week 6. It sh it should probably be resolved by week 6. It's only a best of 5 series. It can be done in as little as like what, 3 games. So by week 6, we may have the Chicago Sky be and WNBA champions, which is that's pretty cool. Start off championship season. Got the White Sox hopefully winning the World Series, and then you got the Bears going to the Super Bowl. I don't doubt. They're not gonna go to they're not gonna get to the playoffs this season. Hope I'm wrong, but I think they're gonna get it soon. Next few seasons, they're on the right path. It's got a few things to correct, some few growing pains. Bulls looking really legit, really good after that blowout, like 135 to what, 90? Some 40-point blowout. So they might actually win a championship this year. Fuck it. Same thing with the Blackhawks. They're looking real good. Um, Chicago sports is looking good. Sports is looking good. Well, it's a lot better situation than where we were this time last year. Um, I think it's not last year the Bears were, but still, it's like this time last year or 2 years ago. Futures are looking a lot better. But nevertheless, it's week 5. After this, 12 more weeks to go. 12 more weeks of football. So let's get to it. First up, Thursday night matchup. So today's matchup, we got the Rams at the Seahawks. Now, the Rams coming off their first loss, but it's not like they lost to a bad team. They lost to one of the good teams. And by one of the good teams, I mean the best team in the league right now. So, one second. I just gotta get a drink. But yeah, Rams coming off a they're 3-1 right now. That one win was against a very legitimate Cardinals team. Admittedly, yeah, it was a blowout, but let's look what the Seahawks are coming off. They're coming off a decent win against the 49ers. They're okay. But their 2 losses come from the Titans, a team that lost to the Jets with a missed kick, and the Vikings, a vastly inferior opponent. For no reasons, and the way these two teams are trending, and the reason that the Rams' only loss came against one of the few teams, if the only team that can probably beat this. The Rams beat the Super Bowl champs. So, if anything, that loss is more about the Cardinals as a team, how good they really are. The Cardinals this year, you can count their losses in one hand. That's a lock. You're not going to lose more than 5 games. So for that reason, I think the Rams are going to bounce back and they're going to get this dub. A nice matchup. 30 to 21. Rams win. Nice. Okay. Now let's move on. Let's just start here. Patriots at Texans. Texans are garbage, hot ass. Off of what? Always 0-40 loss to the Bills. Patriots held the defending Super Bowl champs in Brady to only 19 points. Only reason they lost that game was a missed kick. Patriots are the better team here, and an idiot could figure that out. For the entirety of the Texans' existence, from 2002 to now, I think the Patriots have been better pretty much every season. Maybe one exception. Let me check. With one exception, that being, what was the record in 2020? In 2019, they made the playoffs along with the Texans, but they were still worse. Every year, the Texans were a worse team for the entire existence, except maybe in 2008. Let me look this up. How bad were the? They were 11-5, 2008, and they still missed the playoffs. Huh. Yep. They went 8-8 that year. That's a bop right there. So, for that reason, I'm predicting a trend. 2 straight blowouts. The Patriots and Belichick are pissed off. They lost the biggest game of the season. One of the biggest games in probably... One of the biggest regular season games in Patriots history, probably. They were hyping that shit up even last season. People were like, holy shit, when Brady returns. They're showing that ad, hello from the other side. All that. Belichick's pissed, and he's going to destroy the Texans. I'm going to predict a 42 to 14 blowout. Patriots are angry, and Belichick angry is dangerous. Now, the Titans, despite losing to one of the worst teams, and you can't really debate it because our team's worst, objectively, but losing to one of the most pathetic teams in the league, the New Jersey Jets. They only missed because of a field goal, but they played awful that game. You could have tied with the Jets, and I really wanted that because seeing the Jets tie, that would have been fucking hilarious. But also, fuck you Titans, and fuck you Jets for making me miss the Packer-Steeler game, making me miss the Packers getting scored on. I am not a Packer fan. I never have been. I'm a diehard Bears fan, but I still want to. I would much rather watch our biggest and greatest rival play than the Jets and the Titans. And he also pissed off two of the biggest fan bases in sports, the Packers and the Steelers. So, yeah. Should have finished it up faster. But oh well. I'm still going to predict the Titans to win this game because the Jaguars, they are awful. Trevor Lawrence is going to be a generational talent. But his rookie season is going to be marred with this. But I do think he's going to go. He's either going to. Shadi Khan's going to clean house and get a ring with Trevor in the next, I don't know, half decade. Or he's going to go to another team. Like, I don't know. It's a QB. The Cowboys or the Giants. Vikings. Raiders. Not the Bengals. They have their QB. There's like 10 teams in this league. Hell, it might go to Denver maybe if they don't get Rodgers. There's like plenty of teams that would gladly take Trevor off their hands in a couple years' time. With Fields, we seem to be doing a little better with him. I think they're gonna do the right thing, and he's been doing good. With Trevor, he's great talent. I feel sorry for him, and you can't forget about the whole Urban Meyer situation. where he was like motorboating a stripper's titties at a bar or whatever, you know, grinding, uh, and shit. Classy Meyer, 0-5 record. Um, Probably gonna be eliminated from the playoffs by the bye week. You know, 1-8 start. Keep up the great work. You should have just stayed in college. For this reason, I predict Titans big bounce back game. Final score 35-13. Next up, the Broncos at the Steelers. Now this is hard. Postal 2. The hell's that beep? Oh, maybe battery low. On one hand, the Broncos are 3-1, but the teams they've beaten are trash. On the other hand, the Steelers are 1-3, but I know they have talent. The Broncos got their ass handed to them by the Ravens. They got exposed. But the Steelers, they had one good win against a good team, then fell apart. So I think they're both frauds. Except this one started. This one was only a fraud for 1 week. This one was another fraud for 3 weeks. But at least they looked better while doing it. And for that reason, I'm going to pick Denver to actually win this game. In a close one, 24-17. Broncos win. It's the Steelers. I think the Bears are probably going to be the Steelers because they are asses here. Browns at Chargers. This is actually a pretty decent matchup. Um, we got First off, we got the Browns at 3-1 right here, and we also got the Chargers at 3-1. Chargers just beat the. These two are really good teams, and this is gonna be a close one. But with Baker Mayfield, he had a really rough game. Just like Fields had his rough game week. I think he's gonna bounce back, but this is gonna be one of the few. I'm actually gonna predict the Chargers to win this game. The Chargers are looking elite with Herbert. They're coming off a big win against the Raiders. I think they're going to take this in. Browns, I think they're going to bounce back next week. But I think this is going to be one of their losses. Okay. Actually, no. I think the Chargers are going to get shit done. I think they're going to. I think the offense is going to be. It's going to be a game very similar to last game. 17-14. Chargers win. But I think the Browns are still going to make the playoffs this year. I still think the Browns are going to do it. But if it's playoff spots, the Browns are they have to win the division because I can see this. No, actually no. I can see probably one wild card spot's going to go to either the Raiders or the Chiefs or whoever wins. So one wild card spot here, maybe one of these teams are going to be a wild card, and then actually no, they should have plenty of room. One wild card here, then two. The AFC wildcard race isn't going to be that bad because I don't see any of these teams competing. This is going to be a runaway race because right now the Bills are just they're going to win. They're going to win the division. As for the Titans, none of these aren't going to be wild cards. Fuck no. They're 1-4 and 0-5. So the Browns. I want to say Browns, Ravens, and probably the Raiders or Chiefs. Whoever wins the division. Okay, moving on. Bills at Chiefs. This is going to be a good matchup, but it's going to be a lot different. Bills, they lost in the AFC. I was rooting for them so hard. A Bills Brady Super Bowl would have been so much better, and the Bills definitely would have put up more than 9 fucking points against the Brady's offense. They probably would have put up 20 plus. They would have made it a high-scoring game like Super Bowl 52. Was it 41-33? That was a good game. I enjoyed that Super Bowl. The snooze fest next year, I did not enjoy that. 13-3 head ass. Okay, but the Chiefs offense, they're still okay. They looked really sloppy against the Eagles last week. They beat them, yeah, but you beat the Eagles. You know, like my Bears beat the Lions, and yeah, it's a win. A win is a win. But I would even say the Lions could probably beat the Eagles. The Lions are a better team than the Eagles. Because the Eagles right now, they have fluttered. They have just, they're a bad team. They really are a bad team. Um, and playing that sloppy a game against a team like that, and then jumping to a legit Super Bowl contender in the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry. I got the Bills. I got the Bills winning this one by 2 scores. 31, no, not 300. 31-21. Bills win. You had your Super Bowl, Chiefs, so be happy. You got what you wanted. And you got an extra Super Bowl appearance the next year. So that's better than a vast majority of teams. A lot of teams never even been to the Super Bowl, let alone won one or won multiple. Next up, Colts at Ravens. Colts, they got their dub yesterday against a regressing Miami Dolphins team. Ravens, of course, exposed the Broncos 23-7. Ravens are looking really good. You got Lamar. They beat the Chiefs on that really good Monday Night Football matchup. It was good. Um, they also kicked that amazing field goal to beat the Lions, which is another reason why I think the Lions are better than people give them credit for. They may be 0-4, but if you pit the Lions against the other winless team, I think the Lions would win probably by 3 scores. It would be like 35-14, 41-17, or 20 or something. The Lions are better than the Jags and even the Texans by a country mile. The Lions could probably beat, I don't know, this team, this team, this team, this team, this team, and maybe this team. So I gotta give them credit where credit's due. They are pretty, for an 0-4 team, they aren't terrible. But I'm gonna pick the Ravens. The Colts are just ass right now. This entire division is gonna be this year's NFC East. People were saying after week 2 that our division was gonna be the new NFC East, and the NFC East right now actually isn't doing that bad. But right now, look at that: 3-2, 1-4, 1-4, 1-5. They're gonna be the worst division this year. And of course, the best division this year is probably gonna be the NFC West. I'm gonna pick the Ravens to win. They just have the better O-line. Um, they have the best kicker in the league, Justin Tucker, 66-yard field goal. Um, so wow, yeah, I'm so impressed that he managed to get that. For that reason, I'm just gonna give the Ravens the dub. They're just a better team. 30. Okay, mic turned off. So sorry about that. But yeah, Ravens win. Next up, Falcons at Jets. A tank bowl, as Urinating Tree would say. That right there is a tank bowl, you know. Dun 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 bum, 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 bum. Got the Falcons coming off a tragic but high-scoring loss against the Washington football team, and the Jets coming off uh, a missed kick loss, not loss, win against the Titans. Their first of few wins. Zach Wilson's first career win. Congrats. The Jets' offense was bad, but they still managed to get the dub. Falcons' offense put up 30 points. This is a game I don't really have that much interest in. It's a game that's probably going to suck. I can see it being a slugfest. But I have a feeling this is going to be a trap game for the Falcons. I have a feeling it's going to be the Jets are going to win off some bullshit like a last second drive. Okay, they're not going to score. They're not going to score that many points. It's not even physically possible. 21-14. Actually, I'm going to be bold as fuck. This has a feeling. I'm going to predict a tie. I just have a feeling this is the type of game that would definitely tie. Two shit teams with equal records. Barring any fuck-ups, this will be a tie. I think this is going to be a tie. There's probably going to be one or two ties this season. I just have a feeling, and this might be one of them. That's not going to happen, but fuck it. Next up, Packers at Bengals. Bengals are three. Packers and the Bengals have the same record, but Bengals beat what? The Steelers, Jags, and who else? The Vikings. Packers beat the Lions, not the Lions, Steelers, and 49ers. So mostly the same teams, same division for two of them. 49ers was a good dub, but the Packers are just the better team. I hope I'm wrong with this one, but I just don't see the Bengals beating the. I will be rooting for the Bengals to beat them, though. It's one of the predictions where I hope I'm wrong. I'm actively rooting for the Bengals to win this game, but Packers are going to beat the fucking Bengals. Let's be real here. 27 to 13. It's the Bengals. Hope I'm wrong though, Bengals. Prove me wrong. Upset the pack. They have a tendency to. A lot of good teams sometimes have like at least one or two trap games a season where they'll underestimate an opponent, come with a cocky attitude, and either squeeze out with a win, a very ugly win, or they'll lose in close fashion. Every once in a while, it might even be a blowout. So yeah, that almost happened to the 49ers, where they came back. I can see that happening with the Bengals. This might be a trap game for them, and I hope it is. Next up, Bucks at Dolphins. Brady's playing his rival for the first time. The Dolphins, a team that was the Patriots' kryptonite, pretty much. Especially in Miami. The Patriots could never win in Miami for some reason. They had the Miami Miracle, the upset that probably killed off what was left of the Patriots dynasty when they pretty much booted them into a wild card spot and ended Brady's career with the Patriots with a pick six. But Bucks are gonna get shit done. The Dolphins right now, if I were them, just let Tua recover and just tank and trade and just chalk this one up as an L the entire season. You're gonna be competitive, Dolphins, but this will be a year where you're just gonna, bide your time, draft well, draft some peaches for Tua, let him develop, let him heal. You got this. Bucks win 23 to 14. I said the Bears for last always. Saints at Washington football team. The Saints just lost to the Giants in a trap game. I think they're going to come out. They're going to be more disciplined, more attentive after losing a game like that against a team like that. They're not going to lose against the Washington football team. They're going to play like hell. They're going to play really hard. And for that reason, I'm going to pick the Saints by 9. 17. What's. This is going to probably be a couple touchdowns. I have a feeling it might be a safety. So, probably to 10. Lions at Vikings. Vikings are a good 1-3 team. They were a missed kick, a bad call, like literally a couple mistakes, a few yards pretty much away from being undefeated. But same can be said of the Lions. They're a 66-yarder away, um, one successful touchdown and a conversion, away from being 2-2 right now. They lost the Bears game, and then with the Packers game, they are 1/2 away from beating the Packers. They were leading them. All they had to do was keep the gas going on and stop Rodgers. They could easily be 3-1 right now. Um, but I think the Lions, that kneecap biting attitude is going to actually come back. I think the Lions are going to get their first dub. First dub of the season. Okay, they're going to fall at 2-3. Okay, even if we did lose against the Raiders, we would still be second place. But I'm going to predict the Lions to finally get a dub. 27-21. And Doug finally bites some kneecaps and beats a division rival, the Vikings. I mean, these two really aren't division rivals. It's all about the Pack and the Bears. Vikings are like, these two are like the give us attention, but 0 rings. But I much rather see the Lions win. At least they're Vikings fans aren't really the nicest people. You know, cheering injuries and classy. Not as bad as the Eagles though, but I'll be rooting for the Lions in this one. I will be watching this if it's available on the market. Yeah. If I'll be I might going up to my vacation home for this one. I don't know. What else? What's next? Eagles at Panthers. Ooh, this is a good one. Eagles are coming off a rough loss against the Chiefs, a better team. Panthers are also coming off their first L against the Cowboys. But I gotta write this shit up. These headphones are about to die, and I'm getting sleepy. Panthers and Eagles. Panthers have the better QB, better pretty much everything. And for that reason, I'm going to predict them to win 28. 28-14. Giants versus Cowboys. Cowboys are just a better team right now. Giants, they got one dub in overtime against an opponent. Got a lot of momentum. Giants. They beat the Saints. Cowboys beat the Panthers. So much better. I'm going to say Cowboys win this one, but it's going to be closer than people think. Another 31, 27. Next up, Cardinals and 49ers. I'll go with the Cardinals. Cardinals are on a roll. They're going to advance to 5-0. If the Rams can't beat the Cardinals, when the hell was that? That was a while ago. If the Rams can't beat the Cardinals, okay, how the hell do I get rid of this? No, I don't. Okay. If the Rams can't beat the Cardinals, the 49ers aren't going to beat the Cardinals. They're not going to win by 2-0 though. Cardinals are going to win 30. 30-17. 30-17. And there you have it. Week 5. Week 5. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired as hell. I'm about to go to bed. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. And go Bears. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Yeah, I gotta predict the actual Bears one. Okay. Bears coming off their dub against the Lions. Not it's not gonna beat some really good team, beat the fucking Lions, but still, a win's a win. Fields looked great. An offense tailored to him looks great. Lasers calling plays. Fields is gonna be the starter. Will he have some rough spots? Yeah, he's gonna throw a pick or two. He's gonna have a rough game or two. That's part of the development process, and I'm all for it. Gotta learn somehow. It's gonna be good though. Nonetheless, though, Raiders are a good team. They fell to the Chargers, so I know they're not invincible. They lost, so they fell by the time they don't have that momentum of a winning streak, which is good for us. Because we don't have the pressure of ending their streak or whatever. Um, I'm not gonna predict the Bears to win every game, but this is one. This is a much more winnable game than people think, especially against with Khalil Mack and stuff. I can see this. This is gonna be a very defense-heavy game. I'm gonna see the defense is gonna force a few mistakes. I'm gonna say a pick six or a fumble, which this game is gonna be won by the Bears defense playing all out. Bears are gonna improve to a winning record yet again. First time this season, 3-2. Packers improved to 4-1, but hopefully Bengals get upset because if that happens, it's still tied. But I'd much rather be tied 3-2 because that would make Week 6 be pretty big. Because if we win Week 6, we'll be in first place by a game and more because of the tiebreaker. So I think we could probably win Week 6 if we do our very, very best. But we'll wait and see. I probably won't even be up because I'm gonna take my vacation. So I'll just look at my phone. We're probably gonna lose this game though, but we still at least Fields had a bounce back game week 4, and that will do wonders. So I'm still happy. I'm still on cloud 9 after that. Plus, Bulls are looking good. White Sox playoff starts today. Blackhawks preseason hockey is doing good. If the Bears season is a dud, Fields is still there for the next 10 years. We're gonna get a ring or two, maybe even 3 in the next 10 years. I hope. More than likely not, we'll get 1. I'll be happy with 1. Probably 2 maybe at most. I don't know if we're gonna have a dynasty. Hope I'm wrong though. I would love 1. But yeah, Share Sports is looking bright, looking good. So there's a lot more than just football going on right now, but these are my predictions. Um, Bulls video coming soon. I'm gonna probably predict the record. And then White Sox after that game, I might do a quick recap video. Thanks for watching, y'all. See ya.